It was one woman's personal calling to rehabilitate the dilapidated church of St. Bartholomew, Pangasinan, that touched the hearts of numerous individuals to dedicate their time, personal resources, and network to raise funds and rebuild the church. From there on, more individuals and entities were inspired to assist in rebuilding churches in depressed areas in the Philippines. Thus the birth of Bahay ng Diyos Foundation, a testament to the exemplary and inspiring works of its founding president, Noemi Lirag Saludo.
We entered this church, St. Bartholomew, and suddenly I saw the condition of the church was dilapidated. I found myself in front of the tabernacle, and I heard a voice telling me, "This is your mission. Fix this church and help my priests."
Bahay ng Diyos Foundation is a pioneer organization that harnesses financial, material, and human resources for the refurbishing of churches and liturgical facilities in the Philippines. The foundation aspires to enliven worship and prayer among the faithful and to mirror the love and majesty of God.
The foundation called Bahay ng Diyos is a pick-up in a certain way of what the Lord has begun. I don't know of any foundation that has taken this as a purpose to help priests, to help their parishioners, to help anyone in the Philippines who would have a need to construct, to reconstruct, to build a house of prayer.
The foundation aims to work with and tie together the resources of leaders, religious, and the laity of the Catholic Church, as well as individual and institutional donors, private and government entities, and parish communities in restoring and enhancing the beauty and facilities, historical value, and religious significance of churches in the country. Bahay ng Diyos Foundation is guided by an advisory body chaired by His Eminence Gaudencio Cardinal Rosales and co-chaired by His Eminence Ricardo Cardinal Vidal. Bahay ng Diyos Foundation is composed of a board of trustees representing various members from various sectors in the Philippines. Since its inception in 2006, the foundation completed several fundraising undertakings that have assisted in the refurbishment of numerous churches in various regions of the country. Through the generous support of institutional partners, supporters, and friends, the Bahay ng Diyos Foundation continues to assist in the rebuilding of churches in depressed areas in the country.
This work of the Bahay ng Diyos Foundation is really a noble work because we know that in constructing our churches and cathedrals, we are not only constructing for a generation. It is a house of God that will be used by the people of God for generations to come.
The Church of San Jose Manggagawa here in Manugi, Tondo is nearly 50 years old, and it needs more than just renovation. It needs a total new church, rectory, and parish hall. Bahay ng Diyos Foundation is one of a kind. I have not seen any organization of lay people and the private sector whose concern is building the church, the house of God.
When I arrived here 4 years ago, the church is not like this. So it's barely each church. We only have 200 seating capacity back then. But now through the efforts of Bahay ng Diyos Foundation, Bahay Foundation continue to help me in constructing the church.
I know that with your help, we will continue our mission because without support from you, we would not be able to do much. So I ask you to please continue to help us, continue the Bahay ng Diyos Foundation, and we will continue with our mission in helping the churches all over the Philippines.
I think it's a very unique foundation. I do not know, as I stand here up to now, of any foundation that does that.
From a vision to reality, the Bahay ng Diyos Foundation will continue its mission to serve the churches and its parishioners in the Philippines for the many years to come.